All right, boys and girls, we are going to try and solve the questions on these pages. So get your jump math book. If you need to pause, that's fine, pause. Run and go get your jump math book, get a pencil, maybe even get a red rocket or a marking pencil so you can do it with me. Okay, let's take a look. So we're looking at page 73 on our jump math book. This is the second book, so jump math 1.2, book 2. Okay, and it says using 10 to add. First, we need to circle the two numbers that make 10. Oh, so we're looking for 10. Now remember, we have 10 fingers. So 10 fingers always is a good helping for us if we're trying to figure out what numbers make 10. So they've already done the first one. 4 and 6 make 10. Now I'm looking 3, 7, and 9. Well, 9 isn't going to work. It's got to be 3 and 7. So I'm going to use my pencil here. And I'm going to make my pencil green just so it's easier to see. You should be using your pencil so you can erase. Let's see if you can circle the ones that make 10 faster than me. 3 and 7. Did you beat me? All right, let's look at the next one. 1, 8, and 9. Which are the two that make 10? 1 and 9. You should have those ones circled. Let's look at the next one. 4, 5, and 5. Which ones make 10? You got it. 5 and 5. And 2, 3, and 8. I think it's 2 and 8. 2 and 8. And the last one, 3, 6, and 4. It's 6 and 4. You got it. All right, let's look at the second part. It says circle the two numbers that make 10. Oh, just like we did in the first part. And write the number that's left over. Because we're breaking things into 10. Okay, so let's look at the first one. They did 8 plus 2 plus 5 equals, and 8 plus 2 equals 10. And then we got the leftover, the 5. So let's look. 4, 6, and 3. Which ones make 10? Oh, 4 and 6 make 10. So I'm going to circle 4 and 6. And I know that 4 and 6 make 10, so that's already over here. And then I've got my leftover. Let's change colors. My leftover is my 3, so I'm going to put the 3 in the box. All right, let's try it again. Which ones make 10? 2, 9, and 1. Got it. 1 and 9. So I'm going to circle 1 and 9 because those are the ones that make 10. So they've got the 10. And then who's left over? Oh, our little friend 2 over here is left. So we're going to put our leftover in the box, 10 plus 2. Let's do the next one. 6 plus 7 plus 4. Which ones make 10? Ooh, I see them. Do you see them? Looking for those friendly numbers that make 10. 6 and 4 make 10. Who's left over? Mr. 7 is left over. Very good. And the last one, 4, 3, and 7. Which ones make 10? Looking for friendly numbers. Not the 4. It's the 3 and the 7. 3 and 7 make 10. And who's left over? Well, our friend Mr. 4 is left over, so he goes in the box. There we go, page 73. All right, let's flip the page and go to page 74. So you can see I'm on page 74. Let's do this one together. So the first set of instructions says, circle the two numbers that make 10. Oh, we've just been doing that, looking for friendly numbers that make 10. Okay, let's try that out first. So let's look at the example. They've got 8 and 3 and 2. We know that 8 and 2 make 10, so we circle those. And then they've put their leftover guy in the box over here, and then they added them together. Oh, so they're doing the next step. Great, we can do that too. So let's look at the first question. 2 plus 7 plus 3. Well, I know that if I have 7 up, I've got 3 down. So 7 and 3 are my friendly numbers, so I'm going to circle those. 7 and 3. Are you circling them in your page too? Make sure you are. Now this time in the box, we're not writing the 10. We already know that the 10 is what 7 and 3 make. We're writing the leftover guy. So we have 2 as our leftover. So write the 2 in the box. And then we want to add them together. So 10 plus 2. Remember when we're adding numbers to 10, we keep the other number, keep the 2. Ooh, this is hard for me to write. And then put the 1 in front. Now that 2 looks a little bit funky monkey, so I'm going to erase him. And I'm going to try again because this is hard for me to write with this mouse thing. Let's see, 1 and a 2. There we go. That's better. So we know that 10 plus 2 is 12. All right, let's try the next one. I'm going to switch back to a different color. Let's find the ones that make 10. Let's find the friendly numbers. So we've got 1, 8, and 9. What are the two that make 10? Well, if I put down 1, how many more are left? There's 9. So 1 and 9. Circle 1 and 9. So 1 and 9. Good. Okay, now I know 1 and 9 already make 10. That's not the number I'm putting in the box. The box is the leftovers. So who's left over? Who didn't get to go for the party? That's our 8. So write the 8, the leftover, in the box. We're going to write, as best as we can in the box, an 8. And now I want to add those two together. 10 plus 8. Well, I keep the 8 and I put a 1 in front of it. 18. All right, let's try the next one. We've got 3 and 7 and 4. What's the friendly numbers for 3 and 7 and 4? Which two of those numbers make 10? You figured it out. Circle them. See if you can do it before me. 3 and 7 make 10. You are right. And then who's left over? Well, our friend 4 here is left over, so we're going to put the 4 in the box because our friendly numbers already made the 10. Now we want to add 10 plus 4. What's 10 plus 4? Well, we keep the 4 and we put the 1 in front. 10 plus 4 is going to give me 14. Let's see if you can do the next one on your own. Look for friendly numbers, 4, 5, and 6. Which ones are friendly? Circle them. Did you get 4 and 6? I hope so. Now, who is left over? Who did you not use to make 10? That's the guy that goes in the box. A 5. And then finally, we're going to add 10 and 5. So when we add 10 plus 5, keep the 5 and put the 1 in front to give us 15. All right, I want you to pause the video and then I want you to do the rest on your own and then play the video and see if you were right. I'll show you the answers in a minute. So hit pause on the video. All right, take a look. You might want to even hit pause on the video right here and see if your answers are the same as the answers that I got. So maybe hit pause, take a look, make sure you got all the same answers, the same friendly numbers, and the same numbers filling in the boxes.